Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 9th, 2025. We're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown, and we got a match for Clash in Paris. Clash of the Castle in Paris. I don't know the name of the paper, PLE. But we do have a match for the PLE. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not happy for this one. I thought it would be Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Cena will be in the match. Not the one I want. But, ladies and gentlemen, we did get one segment. John Cena came out, and he is upset that he lost the title because he thinks that when he's gone, retired, when he has done his 11 days, he has 11 more to do, guys. But he says because of that, he thinks that everybody's going to forget about him. That's what he said last week as well, before he lost the title. He doesn't want to be forgotten. He thinks that WWE's going to go forward like it's supposed to be, and everybody's going to forget John Cena. Nobody forgets legends. Well, some legends that don't remember a lot. But big legends like John Cena, nobody really forgets. Like, people never forgot Hulk Hogan. Nobody forgets Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nobody forgets The Rock because he still shows up in WWE. Nobody forgets Triple H. Nobody forgets Shawn Michaels. Nobody forgets The Undertaker. So John Cena is in that list that nobody forgets. Even Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. I can't say the other name because he's good in the ring. It's just tragic what happened to him. So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, he's in the list of people that would not be forgotten. And that's what John Cena. And even the fans say, no. They will still remember who John Cena was. Of course, Michael Cole will bring something about John Cena. If it's a rivalry, like if Brock Lesnar has a match with somebody, they're going to talk about his rivalry with John Cena. Where he destroyed him at SummerSlam and gave him a whole bunch of German suplexes in 2015. I think it was 2015. I think so. 2015. Remember that time? He did like 26 German suplex or 28, something like that. I think it was 26. 26 or 25. German suplexes onto John Cena to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He tried to do the same thing at Night of Champions, but everybody remembers those German suplexes at SummerSlam when Cena lost the title. Cena tried to get it back at Night of Champions. It didn't work out so well. But remember that time? I remember that time. So, ladies and gentlemen, so Cena had all that saying, and he says that he has 11 days left, and he says he will be at Clash, but that's Clash. He wants to fight tonight. He wants to fight on SmackDown tonight, and he called out somebody, and the person that accepted that match. Well, did not really accept the match for Friday Night Smackdown. Logan Paul came out. And he's not happy because, remember, he teamed up with John Cena at Money in the Bank when Cena was a bad guy. And he doesn't believe this. Goody two-shoes John Cena, the cherry case John Cena. He's not happy about it. I didn't want to listen to Logan Paul because the guy, he can't say that he's a WWE superstar. Because he hasn't wrestled in independent wrestling. He has never had the struggles as a wrestler. Yes, Jelly Roll was the outsider, and I think he knows that. But Logan Paul thinks he's a WWE superstar, so he's not an outcast. Whatever you call it. But he is one of those guys. Because he's been in WWE for a couple of years, but he hasn't done the struggle like other wrestlers has to do to get to WWE. Look at Motor City Machine Guns. They've been wrestling in small little arenas to get where they are. So, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul wants to fight John Cena, but not at SmackDown. He wants to do it at Clash. And then Cena was about to answer him until he got attacked by Drew McIntyre. So we had a 2-on-1 handicap against John Cena, beat up Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre attacking Cena until Cody Rhodes came out to make the save. And John Cena says he accepts for the match at Clash against Logan Paul. Yeah, babe. And ladies and gentlemen, he says, I see two guys, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, versus John Cena and Cody Rhodes in a tag team match tonight. And it was official because of Nick Aldis. Well, it looks like we're getting The Miz and Carmelo Hayes back as a tag team because Miz says he got them a tag team match next week. And Carmelo Hayes is kind of a little upset on The Miz because The Miz left for 2 months and left Carmelo Hayes all by himself. And he's trying to get a United States Championship opportunity, but Miz says you shouldn't do that. You need to learn more. And I don't think Carmelo Hayes needs to learn from The Miz. The Miz is not really a good teacher. He just left you. How is that a good teacher? He left you for 2 months to do something else. That's not a good teacher. But when Carmelo Hayes left and he says, cool, we will do this tag team match, he didn't get the tag team match done. He didn't even talk to Nick. Nick was even in his office. And then Nick comes by and he says, what's that all about? And Miz says, can I talk to you in your office? And then he finally gets the tag team match. We don't know who the opponents are. But yeah, we will find that out. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard about Candice LeRae. She's fine, but she has a big giant bruise on her leg after landing on the ladder and breaking the ladder with her body. And DIY is blaming the Street Profits, and the Street Profits is blaming the DIY and talking about Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano stole the ice pack from Candice LeRae to do his healing. Oh my goodness. Johnny Gargano is not being a great husband if he's going to take ice from Hurt's wife. You don't do that. But ladies and gentlemen, Nick Aldis made a match for next week. It will be DIY versus Street Profits. I thought it was going to be a 6-person tag team match because B-Fab got her, she got her words in there, and Miss Candice LeRae got her words in there too. But it looks like it's going to be just Street Profits versus DIY. What else do we have that's happening? That was oh yeah, Kiana James. Jade Cargill wants another shot at the title against Tiffany Stratton. But she said next time, I will win the championship. But Tiffany Stratton says the next time will not be this, it will be the same outcome. And then Kiana James says, you want that championship, you call me and I will get you that title and all that stuff. She gave her a business card. Jade Cargill says, if I'm going to win this championship, she's going to win it on her own way. So she declined. And then Mitchin says, oh, are you going to have that card? And Jade Cargill says, no, you can have it. She says she's going to call Kiana James to get a shot at the United States title against Julia. I thought she was going to work with her, but no, she's trying to get a title shot. I think that's it with all the little segments here. So, ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening, we got Tala Tonga and JC Mateo versus Motor City Machine Guns. Motor City Machine Guns are not 100% because of the TLC match they were in. Freaking Alex Shelley got his ribs taped and Chris Sabin got his shoulder taped. They're not feeling good. And now they have to face the MFTs. I was confused of who's going for this match here. Because everybody had their ring attire. Solo, Tonga Loa, JC Mateo, and Tala Tonga. Everybody had ring gear on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Motor City Machine Guns did a great job. I love these guys. I love the independent wrestlers coming to WWE. I'm loving Ray Phoenix. I'm loving Andrade, Aleister Black, Motor City Machine Guns, Julia, all of these guys. I'm happy that WWE is back to doing that. Well, they're doing both. They're doing the athletes, the gymnast people, and they're doing the independent wrestlers as well. Look at the matches we had with Rusev and Sheamus. Great matches. Rusev never had a great match like that. Like, seriously, he had a great match with Cena over the United States title, but there's some people, you need to see who has a good chemistry with somebody to make a good match. Sheamus and Rusev know each other for years. They teamed up with each other. There's a story for it. And now they could make great matches. Like, seriously, you can't just put random people in matches and expecting to have a great match if they don't know the people. Like, I believe Motor City Machine Guns know who Hikuleo is and who is Jeff Cobb is because of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think they faced each other a couple of times. So, yes, that's why it was a great match, because there was a story to it. They know each other, and we all know they have chemistry. Even with Solo Sikoa as opponent, I can't tell you guys who it is, because it's supposed to be a surprise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a great match, but the winner of that match was Tala Tonga and JC Mateo, because there was a lot of help of Solo Sikoa and Tonga Loa, and a lot of distraction from JC and Tala Tonga when they're not tagged in. A lot happening here, but the winner of that match was Tala and JC Mateo. And Solo says, I'm in my gear, but there's nobody in the bag wants to fight me. So he says, you know what, I don't want to fight you much or all anyways. So let's leave. So the MFTs was about to leave until Nick Aldis came out. He said, there is a guy that wants to fight you. You know him very well. Q-Bag knows him very well. And it was the returning of Sami Zayn. It wasn't returning because we saw him on Raw. But it was Sami Zayn in Montreal, not Quebec. Montreal. And everybody went nuts because that's his hometown. And ladies and gentlemen, there was a lot of help still with the MFTs trying to stop Sami Zayn. Solo tried his best, but the winner of that match, surprising, Sami Zayn gets the win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got Charlotte Flair. And happy birthday to Alexa Bliss, because today is her birthday, and they celebrate on Friday because of Charlotte Flair. But happy birthday to Alexa Bliss. Hope you have a great birthday. Happy birthday to Alexa Bliss. Charlotte Flair had some gifts. Well, gifts for herself as well, because there's championship celebration as well. So she gave Alexa Bliss a cake, but with big giant words as congrats on winning the tag titles to Charlotte, and then a little print that says, and Alexa. So the cake wasn't about her. It wasn't a birthday cake, it was a congratulation cake for winning the tag titles, and it always had to be about Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte gave her a big giant pink gift, but Alexa Bliss says you didn't have to do that, and she didn't want to take it, so they've been pushing back and forth, and Charlotte said, okay, I will open it. And she opened it. Lily was in there with a We're Not Friends t-shirt matching with Alexa Bliss. She was happy about that. But she says, you have a tag team partner, Bliss. So Lily needs a tag team partner. And Alexa Bliss did not understand what is she talking about. Because if you guys didn't know, before Alexa Bliss was this type of Alexa Bliss, this gimmick, she was the brainwash Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair was a champion at that time. She gave her a doll, an ugly doll, and Alexa Bliss wasn't happy when she called it ugly. But Charlotte Flair brought out Charlie, the doll that Alexa Bliss gave Charlotte Flair a couple years ago. So now, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte is a tag team and not friends. So does Lily has a tag team partner, and they're not friends. And then they got interrupted by Chelsea Green and the Special Herbants. And Charlotte Flair told Alexa Bliss, I got another birthday gift for you. I'm going to kick Chelsea Green's butt. And Chelsea Green said, nope, that's not happening. And she tried to walk away. But Nick Aldis says, I'm okay that the wrestlers are making matches for tonight. And she said it's official. And even Nick Aldis got Alexa Bliss a gift. A new referee had a bow on his chest. I don't know how is that a good thing, because if he's a new referee, is he good? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair. It was a pretty decent match. Special Herbants got involved. Alexa Bliss attacked her. Chelsea Green tried to put Charlotte Flair into the cake with an arm prettier, got reversed. And then Charlotte Flair puts Chelsea Green into the cake with an arm prettier. And the figure eight, Charlotte Flair gets the win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got John Cena and Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre in our main event. It was a pretty decent tag team match. It was a little weird. I thought Brock Lesnar would show up. But I believe we found out who's Cody Rhodes' next opponent for the WWE Championship, because of what happened at the end of the show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, John Cena and Cody Rhodes won the match by DQ because Logan Paul low-blowed John Cena. And then they start brawling into the backstage, and Drew McIntyre attacking Cody Rhodes outside of the ring, whack him with the WWE title, and he was acting weird with the belts. He was staring down, and he was holding it to his head, and he put it down, and then, ladies and gentlemen, he claymore Cody Rhodes to the announce table, like the bottom piece of the announce table. They said it's hard wood, and he did a claymore. His head went through the announce table. It was crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I think Drew McIntyre might be the next no-win contender for Cody Rhodes' title. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's all me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I don't think we have a pay-per-view this weekend. I don't think so. Because Clash in Paris is the last day of August. Forbidden Door, I think, is in August 20-something. And Emergence is next Friday, so... yeah, I don't think we have any pay-per-views happening. I don't think so. So that's all for today. Tell us out. You know what to do. I don't have anything to be mad about. I thought it was a pretty decent show. I'm not big happy that the whole Jacob Fatu thing is over. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping because they want a little break from it. Maybe Jacob Fatu is doing something else. Maybe that's why he didn't show up. Maybe he was doing a live event. I have no idea, but anything could happen. I don't know. Maybe they're taking a little break of it, and maybe next week they make it happen again. Remember, War Games is coming up, and I could see Sami Zayn being part of it because he's not really doing much now. He beat Karrion Kross, but we don't know. We did hear that Karrion Kross is offered a new WWE contract. We don't know if he signed a new contract. He said he wished he could come back again, so I don't know if that means yes, he's signed or he's gone. And he wishes that he could come back. And it's official, the ESPN and WWE deal is official because they showed it on Smackdown that it's official. That in 2026, it starts on 2026, that the PLEs, I believe, only the PLEs, I think, will be on ESPN. I believe they have a streaming service as well. So I think that's what they're trying to say. So if you guys, I don't know that it's still on Peacock in the U.S. I hope it's still on Netflix in Canada. I hope it is. So yeah, that's what they're doing. I'm hoping some people are happy about it. Some people are okay. Well, if you could watch the pay-per-views, it starts with WrestleMania. If you could watch the PLEs on ESPN, find which one is cheaper, Peacock or ESPN. I don't know. They have an app. I think ESPN might have an app. But if they do, see which one is cheaper, and you don't have to have both of them. Right? You don't have to have both of them. Get rid of one of them, and then you can watch the PLEs on the... which one is better, ESPN or Peacock? Which one buffers more? You don't have to have both apps. You don't have to have both apps. Just choose one. Some people are getting upset because they had to pay for Peacock, pay for ESPN, pay for ESPN. You don't have to pay for both. It's the same PLE. What is AEW is not on Peacock? AEW is on Max. So, or TNA. TNA is on another one, right? Fight TV, something like that. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all me today. Tell us out. See you guys on Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. Bye.